Alrighty, back to Metal Gear. It's been a little while, but not as long as last time, so I still kind of remember what happens. Alright. The terrorists have started preparing to launch a new type of nuclear warhead. To stop that, Snake must use the detonation code emergency override key in the underground maintenance base up north, or destroy Metal Gear itself. After outlasting Ocelot's torture, Snake escapes from the cell. However, Meryl has been taken hostage and cannot be found. Snake makes a detour around the glaciers and heads for the communications tower to enter the underground maintenance base. You've never played Metal Gear other than Rising and V? Well, that's almost my experience, because I played a tiny bit of Rising, and besides that, I've got nothing. Everything else I know about Metal Gear comes from Smash Bros. Or from like memes and gifs and clips and stuff like that. And actually, a long time ago, I watched a Let's Play of 5, but I don't remember anything about it. You played 8 hours of the demo of Metal Gear Solid 3 on 3DS? Is the demo that long, or did you just replay it a bunch? Not a great start. I don't know, I kind of want to die now so that my health bar can refill again. Healing isn't quite as plentiful as I wish it was. Oh yeah, I definitely can relate to stretching a demo out as far as you can take it. That was definitely something they don't really do them anymore, I don't think, but those demo discs, as a kid, those were a lifesaver. Because, sure, a bunch of 1 hour demos, that's not that much, but when it's 10, that's 10 hours of gameplay. That's basically a whole video game just for you. So yeah. That said, I hated how they did demos on the 3DS. How they they had limited uses. It was real bad. Like some of them had like super few uses too. Cause like and I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo's mentality was. Like it's like, oh, well, this we can't just give you something for free. We're Nintendo. Everything has to be valuable. Yeah, there do seem to be more demos now. People have started to realize people actually like to test out a game before they buy it, which makes sense. I mean, obviously it can backfire like the Balan Wonderworld one did, but people have also been super sold on demos like the one for Scarlet Nexus. All right. Does anybody remember where I'm supposed to go? Oh man. Okay, we're in the tank hangar. Gotta go to the glaciers. Oh jeez. Okay, I withstood the torture. And I gotta go and find Meryl. I got a new key card. I gotta look for something that's level 6. Oh, jeez.
Snake, there's a bomb planted in your items.
What?
Hurry, throw it away.
Who the hell are you? One of them?
You'll find out soon enough.
What? There? There's a bomb planted in my items? Oh.
To get to the underground base where Metal Gear
Is this a trick? Is this one of Kojima's tricks?
tower on the north side of the cave.
Snake, that's not the clapping of your ass cheeks, that's a ticking time bomb!
To get to the underground base where Metal Gear is, you'll have to climb the communications tower on the north side of the cave.
What's up, Snake? Be careful, Snake.
Snake, divide and conquer. Try to take your enemies on one at a time.
This really isn't a take your enemies on kind of game, honestly, besides the boss fights, which are just one-on-one anyways.
Intentionally set their deadline to coincide with the signing of the START 3 Accord. According to the terms of START 3, both Russia and the US are to reduce the number of their nuclear warheads in deployment to between 2,000 and 2,500 missiles. The current president has not yet had any major foreign policy successes. His term will be up soon, and the word at the White House is that he desperately wants this one for the history books.
I feel like playing Metal Gear Solid games would be a really great way to get tons of anxiety about nuclear weapons. Because that's one thing I know is that it's like a common recurring thing about how horrifying it all is. And like just the idea of like, oh yeah, we're going to reduce it to between 2,000 nukes. Yeah. That's... Hello, Pansy Zombie. Oh, also, to properly say hi. Hello, Jolin, Joestar, and Breakdown 707. How's it going? Maybe being horrified of nukes is a good thing? Yeah, probably.
If you go straight down the underground passageway north of the cave, you'll arrive at the communication towers. You should be able to go over the glacier by using the communication towers walkway. Head for the towers.
Okay, so I'm assuming that that wolf place. Oh wait, the bomb, right? Bomb in my items. On my items. How is there even like a throwaway? Can I use this? I'll just detect mines, right? I assume this isn't a bomb. Probably not these either. Oh, okay. Timer bomb. That's novel. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. No, that I walked right into that one. I thought I threw the grenade I was holding.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Hello, Yoshless. So yeah, the localization, the reverse localization, I should say, of Rub-a-Dub-Dub, thanks for the grub. So you'd go with Itadaku. I don't know necessarily what that actually, how that's anything different from, like Itadakimasu or anything like that, because I don't know Japanese besides like anime and dubs of games sometimes.
That was a close one, Snake. Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
Wait, that was Ocelot? Master of Stealth. That makes sense. So, yeah, I guess the thing though there is that it's still, that's just a more formal way of, or informal way of saying the same thing though, where Rub-a-Dub-Dub thinks the grub is like extremely informal. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely a start for sure. Because yeah, if it's more, but I'd say that's more along the lines of something like just like saying like thanks or something like that instead of saying thank you very much or something to that effect. I really shouldn't just talk about something I barely understand, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting conversation. Because more than anything, I just think it's something to. Damn it. It's something to think about because it's so often with localization, it's always talked about, oh, these people are localizing it wrong and ruining the nuance of this Japanese text. And then what they actually just want is this super dry localization where instead of saying something that the character would actually say, they just say like a very literal thing like thank you very much for the food or something like that. Alright, so the cave I assume is the place of the wolves. I can't totally remember where that is, but let's figure it out. Yeah, no, literal translation is like literal translation doesn't even totally work for like stuff that's not meant to be like a story or something. Sometimes it's just this one. What was that? Does anyone know what just happened? Was that a raid or something? I couldn't read it. Was it a donation? Oh. Breakdown hosted me with one viewer. Thank you, Breakdown. I really gotta set up specific sound effects for those things. I thought I did, but a lot of them didn't stick for whatever reason. I gotta really just sit down and mess with the settings again. Oh. They're a bit easier to trip than I thought. Yeah, like, well, the thing is that, yeah, with a technical paper, you want to be fairly literal because you're not trying to take artistic license there. You're not trying to make a character sound like they're speaking more naturally. But even then, there's going to be stuff that just won't sound like it won't make sense. And the point of a technical document is to have as much clarity as possible. So even if anything, with that one, any time where a change would be necessary, it would be more imperative than it would be with like any other kind of localization, because if it needs to be done for clarity, then there's no argument to be made. It's not an artistic choice, it's a technical choice. I can't just come up with an example off the top of my head because I don't know Japanese at all, but I assume there are some indirect things that are being said that would need to be clarified better. Whoop. A stick to walls button would have been nice. Sometimes you try and press towards the wall and just kind of run around it. Oh yeah, didn't someone say I could take mines if I snuck up on them? This might end disastrously. So the other Emery translation, actually, a friend of mine took a look at it, and apparently some of the stuff they took way more liberties than the actual official localization did. Like it was almost more like they were trying to write what they think Samus should be like, as opposed to accurately recreating it. And there also some stuff was apparently just super dry and like strangely translated. Though they did specifically, when I asked, they said it wasn't as bad as the Fire Emblem Fates retranslation, which had some real bad oversights. I mean, honestly, I feel like the most logical translation to do would be to find some sort of Japanese rhyme or saying or something like that that is equivalent to that. In the same way that, like, what was it? So I'm playing the Yakuza games lately, and there's a part where Majima is defusing a bomb, and he just decides it by picking at random. And in the subtitles, he says "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo," but you can tell by listening to his voice that he's singing some sort of Japanese song. So, like, that's probably the most logical way to go about it, is to find something like that, which would require much more knowledge than just knowing Japanese. You'd have to know their culture as well, and probably very specific cultures too. But that seems like the most logical way to go about it to me, having no idea how practical that even is. Okay, I'm gonna try and disable a bomb, or mine, or whatever. Close enough. Wow, it's instant. Okay. Neat. And now I run. Okay. Oh, do I need the key card? Yep. There's a political difference with how they treat the Federation in the other M retranslation? Like, could you be more elaborate on what you mean by that? Like, is it about... Because I know there's a whole thing about, in other M, Samus, she doesn't just make the decision to not use her weapons because of Adam. She had a self-imposed challenge, is how people have described it. It's not like she just was like, oh man, a man is there, so I need to impress him by only ever doing what he says, kind of thing that people have interpreted it as, which, I mean, it's not even entirely an accurate or fair interpretation, but Other M definitely has some very strange and iffy localization. Or if not, maybe even not localization, maybe it's just that, is his name Hajimoto? There's someone, the person who's in charge of Metroid. He might just have some iffy views on what Samus should be like. Alright, this did not take me to a cave like I thought it would. Oh yeah, puns are hard to translate, but that's actually, I think, one of... Like, that's the thing, I almost wish I knew another language so I could do localization, because it sounds like tons of fun. Like, really difficult, but it's like a puzzle almost, trying to figure out how the best way to get the idea across. Because a person broke down their localization of a 35th anniversary adaptation of the Japanese Mario manga, and there's a pun in it that doesn't make any sense whatsoever in English, so they completely change it. And what they do is they had a look at some gas, right. They had a look at the panel of the page, and they made a new pun based on what appeared to be happening in the panel that made a lot more sense for Western audiences. And that kind of stuff is super cool to me. How many of these guys? Jesus.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
the thumbs up thing in Other M, that's like a really good example of iconography that is so casual to the point of meaningless to us, taking a super like much bigger importance in Japanese media. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think is incredibly well localized, but there's a thing with Avalanche where their like signature thing is to give a thumbs up to people, and it's like treated as this thing with gravitas, but it's just a thumbs up. And like there's stuff like that in a lot of Japanese media I've found, where a person will do something that's like a very, because the thing is like in certain subcultures at least, doing Western stuff is considered cool. Like there's a whole thing with Japanese Sonic where he'll say English words. Like there's a whole like YouTube video of an English compilation of Sonic X stuff where he'll like jump on a tree and say, "Oh, what a nice view," stuff like that. Like it's a completely different use of a familiar type of language. So there's more nuance to the government in the Japanese translation of Other M. Interesting. Just catching up on the chat, in case I'm wondering why I went silent. Oh man, yes, someone said it was censorship. that thing in the Sakurai Direct where he talks about the Nintendo pun and says that they don't know how that'll be localized. People just have no idea what they're talking about, flat out. Like, they don't know anything about what they just want something to be mad about, is a very simple way of putting it. Like, culture war stuff's stupid. I don't have any nuance for this. Oh yeah, so swearing in Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's a whole thing too, because apparently the Japanese script has very little. But the thing is that Final Fantasy VII, the original, had a much more liberally interpreted translation. It had a worse translation too. There's just flat out like typos and grammar errors and stuff like that. But a lot of the flavor people associate with Final Fantasy VII comes from that translation, and like Tifa calling Cloud a slur and stuff like that. Oh jeez. So I think they did a really great job of mixing and matching stuff so that it's a much more accurate translation this time, but there's tons of localization done to not only make it make more sense in English, but also for it to make more sense to people who grew up with Final Fantasy VII, which is not the same Final Fantasy VII Japanese players grew up with. I hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, in Final Fantasy VII, if you take the stairs in the Shinra building, then Tifa will call Cloud a slur. Or maybe she calls Barret a slur, but one of those things. Yeah. It's a product of its times, I guess. So the current ports are more or less the exact same, but they did fix some typos and stuff like that. and they change it so that Aerith's name is Aerith instead of Eris. Eris is one of those things like Mario being from Brooklyn, where it's just like people have never moved on. They're like, no, this is correct. This is how it is. Oh, so not a slur for black people. It's a slur towards people with mental disabilities. It's an old word for slow. There's your hint. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? It's the only Final Fantasy game like that, too. Like, there's a bit of language in Final Fantasy VIII, but like, everyone's got a potty mouth in. You know? Yeah, so that's why 7 Remake is full of stuff like that, though. There's lots more language than there was in the actual Japanese script, because they wanted authentic to Western fans as well as to the actual original script. God, it's annoying how your radar goes away when you're in this mode. You just want to hide. Yeah, no, I don't believe there's ever been a racial slur, at least towards a real race in Final Fantasy. In fact, I think that racial slurs are pretty heavily limited to just like GTA games and stuff like that. Okay. I was gonna bring my laptop in to use as a guide, but the Wi-Fi has been spotty, so I'm just gonna take a quick moment to see if I can find out where to go next. It is weird they never re-released the Twin Snakes. Even like, because Snake has been around on Nintendo for a long time because of Smash Bros. And you think that they'd want to get that version of the game out more. I think it's super weird there's never really been a port. But I guess Nintendo's just super weird about GameCube stuff. Like, there's been, what, 3 GameCube games total re-released by them? And obviously it'd be a Konami re-release, but still, they have this weird thing where it's like, no, we'll give you Wii stuff, we'll give you N64 stuff, we'll give you GBA stuff, DS stuff, 3DS stuff. Well, 3DS is still too new, I guess. They don't have actual back compat for it, but still. Rope is mandatory for progressing past the communications tower. Okay, this tells me what to do in the communications tower, but how do I get there? Yeah, I mean, Capcom had this set Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 4 free because that's like their biggest thing. Period. Like it's their golden goose. They have to be able to sell it on anything other than a GameCube. Wow, so I'm looking at some super blurry footage of Metal Gear Solid 1, and man, it actually looks way more impressive when it's blurry. Like, it looks like a PlayStation 2 game, almost. That's, I don't know, something on my mind a lot ever since the whole CRT discourse has been starting. CRTs are fucked, but on the other hand, if they made a Switch that was a giant CRT with little handles next to it, that could be something real special. Okay, yeah, so I've been through this snowfield, I believe, so I'm on the right track. Okay, yeah, here's where I am. Now what do I do next? All right. Okay, I'm on the right track. I was overthinking it. Ah, man. Hopefully my instincts will grow as I stream more. Yep. Puns are crazy to translate because futanga futanta is the futon flew away. Yeah, no, that's the thing. People don't think about how weird language is if you actually pay attention to it. Like, there's so many things that we just take for granted and accept as like normal language. Perfect stealth. And it's like incredibly not normal. You forget what part of the game this is? So I've just been through the torture scene, and now I gotta get to, I believe to get to Meryl, but right now the goal is the communications tower. Yeah, I'm absolutely terrible at coming up with stuff on a whim like this, but like language has so much stuff that is just taken for granted that is super weird and nonsensical. You can finish the game without saving Meryl? That sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard about that. Oh, I hear wolves. I'm back among my people. Real talk, wolves are the best. They're like dogs, but they're cooler because they're big. is called the bro ending and it's ideal. I've beaten Sniper Wolf once, yes. Every boss so far has escaped after I beat them. No one's been beaten for real. Little puppy. MGS4 lets you pet wolves? Wow! I can't even. Why do people hate that game? Okay. I gotta go north. Something I've been thinking about, I can't remember what actually got me thinking about this, but we just in games, we assume that up is north. Like, when they tell you to go north, they just mean go up from the camera's perspective. Unless it's... Oop. Unless it's something like where you can rotate, like there's a compass or something like that. Or like obviously 3D games, it's not really easy to have an up. But otherwise... Alright, gotta get my goggles. Whoop, nope, that was wrong. I'm getting bald. Uh-oh. Good thing these will go down in one punch. And where is my puppy friend? You don't have to hurt the wolves. I think I figured that out last time, but I'm in a rush. I never shot them, I don't think. You can make a cardboard box smell like them and they'll follow you around? What? This game is so cool. Oh. Yo, cutscene. You know, as you can see by the image in the bottom corner, Snake's gigantic ass must have been a Sakurai thing, because it's not present here. You can see it; it's completely flat in these, in the cutscenes. I do have a handkerchief that smells like Sniper Wolf. Oh, does Sniper Wolf mitigate the power of wolves? They didn't have enough polygons. Yeah, this is like 2B's ass all over again.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it.
Oh, hello, Kentrix, by the way.
Please
I've
save yourself.
been slipping on
Go
saying
on
hi to people when I
and
see
don't
them.
give up on people. Don't forget me.
It would be cool if that worked.
Snake, about Meryl.
Colonel, I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
I wasn't able to protect her.
Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war.
Wait,
She
is
joined up
Meryl
of her own
a
free
soldier?
will.
I
I'm
feel like
sure
that. No,
she's
there was a whole
prepared for
thing
this.
early on about how she couldn't, like, she didn't know how to shoot, and Snake called her out for
Thought
being
she had
green
to
and stuff
become
like
a
that.
soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
She said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat.
Yeah, there we go.
I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past.
That's good
that
advice.
road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure Meryl's just fine.
Mei Ling.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
She's a rookie of the Rat Squad. See, this is Metal Gear Solid, so I don't know if that's an actual squad.
Snake,
or if that's just like a phrase.
Meryl. She's pretty special to you.
Also, hello, Juneberg.
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
Stop kicking yourself, you're so sexy.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I just...
I guess it's in the genes.
The genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just
Snake.
remembered about Naomi's grandfather.
You're
I
genetically
think Naomi
predestined
said he rose
to
high as
to
assistant
love this girl.
secretary in the
It's just how it
FBI
works.
During Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
She joins the
Well,
Rat
I
Patrol right
researched
after this
I
game.
became an adopt. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh,
Snake, good luck.
watch your back, Snake.
Instead of Rat Squad, they should be called the Rat Gang. Hashtag Rat Gang. Oh man. Okay, I gotta remember. I guess just use it. I don't want to waste it though. I've got to heal up, and I've ran past like 2 rations now. I just haven't used. I should have just used a ration and then pick it up. I don't want to go back to track. There's one now. What's shooting me though? Yeah. No. Rat Gang from Metal Gear Rising 2, that'd be great. I don't even know what that entails, but it'd be great. Yeah, I don't think that Platinum's equipped right now to make another Metal Gear game. Like, I mean, honestly, who even knows what Konami wants to do these days, but Platinum, I feel like they announce more games than they release at this point. It's like One Punch Man Season 2? Yeah. I could see that. To be honest, it's kind of been a weird experience for me because I've never super loved how Platinum games feel. I had never played Bayonetta. That's been on my list, but I want to get the Switch version because I want to play Bayonetta 2 because I hate the idea of not like completing things and whatever. It's my whole thing. But like I've played Rising, I've played Korra, I've played Transformers Devastation, I've played Nier Automata, I've played Astral Chain, and all of them have this same feel where when you hit stuff where there's this heavy hit stop for the impact, and I do not like how that feels. Like, a lot of people love that, and it's just not. It feels cheap, I guess, is the best way I can put it in a word. Because, like, what I really love is things like Kingdom Hearts, where if you land a hit on an enemy, they're gonna flinch properly, and if you do a finisher, they're gonna go flying properly in the original games, at least. It's not as good in the Osaka Team games like 3 and Birth by Sleep, but generally, just I feel like for an action game to really feel good, the enemies have to react properly, and if they're not, if what they're doing doesn't really match how you're hitting them, I just don't think it feels right. Well, I guess I picked just the right spot. Okay. Okay, I need the key card. Holy crap, how tall is this? Oh, jeez. God, this... No, jeez. No! It's that way. Shit. What? Oof.
Snake, that's the door to the walkway.
It won't open, even if I use the card.
Huh? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot.
Do you know something?
That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold out.
What?
Next time, tell me beforehand. So what should I do?
It's impossible to open from the inside. They always used C4 or something from the outside.
From the outside? You can't open it from the inside?
Sorry, it's impossible. But don't worry, you'll get through. There are 2 walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other one's on the roof. You should just use the walkway on
I
the
have
roof.
stun grenades. I think I should have stun grenades somewhere. Okay. Oh. Nope. Okay, what does anyone else have to say? I haven't checked in a bit.
The walkway door won't open, huh?
Wait a minute, Snake. According to these satellite photos that Mei Ling got, it looks as if there's a walkway on the roof as well.
You can take that to the other side, too.
Be careful, Snake.
Hey, where'd Master go?
When you are in a dark place, you should use night vision or thermal goggles.
Snake, there's a walkway.
Alright,
up
I
on
only
the
got
roof,
one
too.
ration
You
left,
should
so
use that one.
hopefully this action sequence doesn't end prematurely. Okay. Chaff grenade, no. Stun grenade, yes. Disables all enemies. Please work fast. There we go. Owned. Oh geez, I'm owned too. I can't see anything. Alright. The goggle should help, right? Or will this make it worse? This makes it worse! Okay. I'm on to my last bar of health. This is a tall ass tower. I'm one hit away. I'm gonna get chipped by something, I know it. I can feel it. No, I need rations, please. No! Yes, please, thank you. No! Ah! Oh, man! Colonel, there's 4 different men shooting me right now. What should I do? That's a gun, Snake. It can be used to shoot you. Okay. This time, I'm gonna have so many stun grenades flying around. Of course, I only have like a few. But it'll all work out. Rope. Okay, so when I looked at the guide, it said that rope is an essential part of the next mission. The fact that it's just right there at the start, and if you run past it, man. Wait, where is everyone? Oh, okay, there's one guy. Oh no, a ration. Damn it. Should have used a ration before going in. Oh, well. That flickering is pretty bad. Sorry if... I don't know if I should put an epilepsy warning or what. I guess this is worse for me on a TV screen, but this is still some pretty bright flashing. Okay, I only got 6 left. It's way too easy to get chipped right when they appear on screen. Okay. No, no, don't do that. Please, no. Ah, it's way too easy. Oh. It's way too easy to get stuck to a wall. No. No. I refuse. Oh, okay. Piece complete. Huh. Okay. Now what? What's next, Kojima? Tell me. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Is this a boss fight, or...
Damn! Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here.
Can't let you do that, Snake.
Liquid. You're not going any farther. Die!
Alright, I'm sure I have some anti-air weapons in here somewhere.
It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got. What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands? Now you're mine! If I stay here, I'm finished.
Okay, rope. It's long enter. Oh. Oh, okay. This is automatic. Oh man, are we doing Donkey Kong now? What's going on? Or is this still a cutscene? Okay, now we're playing.
Here's how to repel. Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down. If you jump while pressing right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction. If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from behind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
Okay. Oh, that didn't... I jumped, but I didn't do anything else. Oh, I'm clipping into the walls. Clipping into the steam. Clipping into the steam again. Oh, this is jank. Oh, this is jank. Oh, I can't use rations. Oh man, this is... What's even happening? What is this, like, stuff? Is it supposed to be just cold wind? Okay, ah! Ah! If only I had a rope. Good thing I have this rope. That is some... That's way more jank than anything else that's been in this game so far. That is not a big jump in the direction. What are you talking about? No, stop that. Why are you clipping into stuff? This is a cool action set piece, besides the part where how it controls. Or maybe it's using an analog stick. Try the D-pad. No, it's still just waving around wherever it feels like. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, no, I was trying to do a big jump to the side and it was more going backwards than it was going left or right. Okay, how am I doing it? Oh, and I guess the copter's just done now. Oh, is this the thing I can blow up? Now. No, that's not right. Okay, how do I blow it up? There we go. There, now I can backtrack to the rope if I need it. You know, thing that's... It's too late at this point to use. Does this count as a platforming challenge? I'd say so. Hey, wait, where's that coming from? Okay, wait, let me get up, please. Awesome. I guess I'll look ahead with the sniper scope next time. Okay, no, there's nothing there. Wait, something there. There we go. All right. I think I have one stun grenade left. Time for some big strats.